Welcome back to another session of Wrath and Glory. Welcome back, gentlemen. Lovely to see you all as always. Hello, kitty cat.
Kitty.
We find ourselves trapped in a hopeless situation within the palace of Tora Armus, ramming down the gates and investigating various nobility. But I will, as always, offer a point of wrath. Anyone who wants to give us a quick recap?
I'll give it a go if it's my turn.
I did it last time.
Give it a go then. Away you go, Argenta.
So we entered the chapel, hearing this weird booming voice, and our resident Lord Gerhardt piped up, then had to, after speaking to it, do a corruption roll. We proceeded to purge all of the evil denizens inside. We then destroyed the big fleshy bells.
You did? Yeah, the big fleshy balls.
We destroyed the big fleshy bells. We entered back in. The scions informed us that they heard some voices in the room next door. We went into the room next door after that, and we found the von Staten family. Well, which consisted of Hugo von Staten, Cilicia von Staten, and her husband Tertius von Staten. Hugo was a bit of a snivelling coward who, after some interrogation, we found out he has the codes to a private car/train at the bowels of the spire. Cilicia is a heretic cunt who was very, very uncooperative.
Not mincing our words in any way.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out a little bit later why. And then when we're speaking to Tertius, he's a lot more amenable to wanting to escape. He informs us that they have plans of essentially the military plans of Tora Armus. He's going to take us to a, what do you call it?
Cogitator.
Cogitator. To get this information. Informs us on this floor there is a office, and just as he was providing us this information, his bitch of a wife pulls out a gun out of her hand and tries to kill him.
She does.
But just as quickly as Gerhardt had disarmed and dismembered the evil Tempestus scions that were about to kill them, he did so with her arm, slashing it off, and gents promptly smashed the gun, so they did not have any more weapons or any further shenanigans. And
that's right.
We've on our way to this cogitator. They informed us there was a, I'm pretty sure it was just the office, and then we need to go further down to find von Staten. Cilicia basically says that von Staten is doing the Emperor's, well, trying to revive the Emperor, which sounds a lot like heresy. It all seems like a lot like heresy.
What do you mean heresy? It's heresy to let the Emperor be dead. Come on, we're reviving the God Emperor of mankind. How can that be heresy? Argenta.
He's not dead! He is not dead! And I guess none of our characters would know this, but Paul heard the whispering of a name.
He did.
Shit, did I?
You heard. You rolled. You rolled
yes.
a better
I got
result. So I gave you a name.
Festabrax.
Festabrax.
That's the one.
Sloppy voice. Festabrax.
It's worth pointing out I am poisoned again as well.
You are still poisoned.
Oh, nothing new there.
You are still poisoned, and you are being held in an equilibrium with your disgusting warp regeneration healing you just
Gifted
as
to
fastly,
me by the Emperor.
just as fastly as the beautiful life-bringing pox that runs through your vein kills off your cells.
Hopefully, Gents will be able to do a successful Medicaid check this time.
We
and get
shall
rid of
see.
that. Or perhaps come across a Medicaid kit somewhere. But yeah, so we're told there's 2 rooms on this floor. Looked at the office and the family room, and we're going to check those. But
Yeah,
first we're going to the cogitator.
that's right. Well done, Genti, Argents. You gain your point of wrath. Argenta also sent me a little message saying she wants to put a load of points into XP, which has been done for her, but I think everyone else is, apart from
Put a load
Gearhart,
of points into XP.
put a load of
How much
XP
you
into
getting?
points. Argenta bumped up like 4 skills. I mean, she's swimming in
Whoa.
XP.
Well, I
Right, I'm
wasn't.
just
It
gonna
was
roll my
just, I've
objective.
decided I've put 1 into pretty much everything. So now if I help, I can help and then use my faith nanigans so I can up that to pretty much 3 in all the things I
Oh,
can help
jeez.
with.
Nice.
So, thank you very much. Yes, we return back to the scene. The halls plastered with portraits of various noble standing people in finery such as you've never seen before. Stained glass windows letting eerie blue glows in through, and the tip-tap noise of Tertius walking down the corridor. He leads you to an ornate desk. A small portable cogitator sat on top of it. As he steps up to the desk, he quickly puts his hand on the cogitator as it scans his DNA. After a quick blip, "What have you done, Gerhardt? Why are you under the
I've gone
under
into
the planet?"
void. There we go.
Ah,
Boo!
he arose from the earth.
Tertius puts his hand on the cogitator. It blinks and bips for a few moments and then opens up. He moves his hands across the screen, bringing up lots of information. Argenta, you see it all starting to pop up. It's reams and reams of data about army positioning, strongholds, artillery defenses, some weaknesses within the wall structure itself. It's on and on and on as the screen flickers all over it and it collapses back into a righteous folder simply known as the Defense of Torah Armis. He looks to you and says, like I said, it's look, it's all for you. I've got nothing to do with this. I want to get out. My head on my shoulders. Very much like to live. I'm not a part of this.
Well then, she sticks in her data slate, gets a little USB cable, plugs it into the cogitator, and starts downloading the information onto the data slate.
Oh, I didn't realize the sisters were so apt with the ways of the machine spirit. It's marvelous how you've done this, as you see all the files starting to flow across the screen, their Empyrean runic symbols flitting across until the bar is complete and the transfer sits on your data slate.
Can I have a quick perusal through the cogitator to see if we can find some, I guess, map of the area? Of the spire?
Spire or area? Spire big, area small.
I'm going to go big. Go ahead. I'm going for the spire, so like what rooms are up, down, and below.
So you mean area. Spire would be like the whole Hive City.
Oh, sorry. No. The area then.
Right. So, yeah. You kind of push Tertius out of the way, I'm imagining, and to commandeer this cogitator.
Yes.
Give me a... I mean, it doesn't even need to be a tech roll. You flick through it, trying to go through various files, formatting something you're getting more used to. Oh, yes, roll your objectives, please. But this data is not on this cogitator. And Tertius turns to you and says, sister, my lady, what is it you're looking for? Mayhaps I could help you acquire the information. As I said, I want to help. I'm here to help. You can almost hear Cilicia audibly groaning from the other room from the snivellingness of her husband.
Well, I'm looking for the schematics of this building. Seeing as Cilicia's not being very helpful, nor her pitiful brother.
The palace is it's very old. I don't know whether the data records ever got put into the system itself. It's quite a security risk, but I know that the Lord Van Staten's Officium would have certainly blueprints of the palace when it was first created and any expansions he's done since then. That might be somewhere you want to start your search for this.
Well, take us to this Officium then.
Yes, very good, very good. Well, if that's all, I'll lead the way, shall I?
Yes.
Yes, do so.
Heading northward, he pushes open the heavy doors and steps through the corridor.
Ooh. I've been yoinked. But I've been yoinked to nowhere.
Nowhere?
I've only got 2%.
Yeah, my token disappeared, but I didn't get taken to a map.
I can see you.
Mine, I'm loading into the space, but I moved myself onto the teleporter.
Same, but I'm on the old map.
Oh, weird. You didn't you didn't come with us.
I can see you.
No. Hitting an F5. If in doubt, F5 it out.
Yep.
I mean, we can see his token. That's fine. What we're saying is
His
James's
soul is
client
not
didn't-
with his body.
Yeah, James's client didn't bring him into the scene.
Now, pre-warning. This is my very first attempt at levels.
Oh, in terms of maps.
As in the Foundry module levels.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
we'll see how it goes.
All right. Okay. Pre-warning accepted. Better than a post-warning.
I'm still in the old map.
You might
what
need
if
to activate this as the main scene.
Then. Are you loading in now, James?
I am, yeah.
Amazing.
Here I am.
Here he is. Ooh.
No!
Not anymore. There he is.
Now he's here?
Here we go.
There he's here. Right.
Yeah, I think there's a teleporter right there.
So you walk down the corridors following Tertius, and he leads you to this part of the palace. Here, stepping through into a ornate rockcrete building with intricate wooden carvings on the floor. In the entranceway, you see the signs of the Imperial Aquila, but defaced, scratched, and tarnished. Argenta, you recognize some statues of Imperial saints lining the hallway, but all of them have their heads neatly cut off. Yes, Gerhard.
Gerhard puts up a gauntleted fist. Wait. Let me scan first.
50 meters, isn't it? 50 meters. So within your general frontal vicinity, you do not pick up anything. You do, of course, pick up some life signs from the corridor where you have just been, or the area you've just come from. But ahead, you see nothing.
Clear for at least 50 meters. No one but us.
Thank you, my lord. Let's still proceed with caution.
Absolutely.
Yes, it's quite an impressive area, really. The Officium of the Lord Staten. It's all the records here have been held for thousands of years, so it's quite a lot to go through. But maybe you'll find something of interest. I'm not sure.
Why are the heads cut off these statues?
Was that a rhetorical question, or were you shouting that to Tertius?
I had to wait for you to finish monologuing, but I would have, as we're walking through, as we're walking together, mentioned.
I imagine they thought that they were heretics, perhaps. I don't know. Not really an area I come to that often.
You live here. Do you know who these statues are?
He looks at them. He's going to do a scholar roll.
That's quite a good roll.
Oh, that's a very good roll. Very good roll. He looks at them. That one over there is, I believe that's Saint Aurelius. That one there looks like the Saint Victorin. That one, look, the face is a bit disheveled, but that looks like General Tanaran. And of course, the last one there on the right, she is Lady Gilead, the commander who retook the system from the heretics.
And of course, you have no idea why the saints and legends of Gilead lay here decapitated.
Why do heretics do what heretics do? I don't know.
I would like to insight this motherfucker, even though I've got terrible insight.
Sure, you can insight him. I mean, he's not trying to be deceptive, so he's just going to do a insight versus persuasion, I guess. That's a good persuasion.
Oh, he's got me.
That's a
He's got
4. You got to beat at 4.
He's got me. Dice pull at 2. Come on, 6s.
Yeah, he's convincing. He's obviously knows enough about the saints and the imperial dogma. Nothing he's saying seems like he's trying to pull the wool over your eyes.
Right. Well, we've run into many creatures and heretics on the way here. If we happen upon any during our travels here, make sure you not try play a hero in any way, shape, or form. I may not agree with what your family are saying about our emperor, but I will not have you killed. Make sure you stay behind us if anything were to happen.
Of course, my lord. Yes. Whatever you say. If you want to go ahead, you please go ahead. I'll hang back.
Lead the way. You show me where to go. We'll stay in between.
Well, this is the area of interest. And as you enter here, not Paul, because Paul is fixated on these statues. But
I'm coming. I'm poisoned. Maybe a little bit slow. I'm dealing with something at the moment.
The chambers are high ceilinged and dimly illuminated by flickering lumen sconces. It seems the palace is running on emergency power. Vast shelves tower up into the darkness, each packed with thousands of scrolls and charters, centuries of records detailing the Van Staten's control over Tora Armus in minute detail. As already described, the usual signs of imperial rule have been carefully and precisely amended. Aquila hanging upside down, statues neatly beheaded, and over each doorway hangs a sign bearing the phrase, "He has fallen, we will rise."
Well, despite all the heresy about, there are so many scrolls here, so much information. Oh, I can't wait to start reading through some of these. But let's try and find what's most important. And she starts looking through the scrolls and shelves to see if it can find any useful information.
Sure. So, yes, Jeff.
Unless somebody wants to help.
Yeah, I would like to help, and the main two things I would be lending my eyes to is obviously the two things we're being asked to look for, and that is intelligence of military value, which we've already got some of that, I suppose, but maybe the history of Tor Armus, maybe credits going in and out of Van Staten's account, ledgers.
Mm-hmm.
Money talks. So Tor Armus heresy usually requires money to get people to move. So I would be wanting to look through his ledgers as well.
Sure. So someone give me a DN. Give me a DN4 investigation with the bonuses from whoever's helping.
Ooh, I've got a 4 investigation.
I also only have a 4 investigation.
I have a 3, but I have no points in it. Does that mean I can add my... I know you can add your attribute modifier in some of these. Just my straight intelligence?
It'd have to be investigation for this one, unless you're got something else you're trying to add in.
Awareness?
I could use
'Cause you're
Scholar.
trying to find... Ooh,
Well,
I'd take
I got
either
scholar at one
awareness or
point, and I
scholar.
got awareness.
I could have.
I would lend my eyes. I have scholar
Well, if-
awareness 3.
Cool. So Gerhardt, you're searching around using your powerful Astartes eyes to spot out anything that could look of interest. Paul, how are you lending yourself to Argenta in this moment?
The way I see it, so I'll probably use his investigation stat.
Mhm.
I've got 1 in there that I can add to the dice pool. So he's probably going to like work with Argenta and we'll basically sort of say, I'll take this room, you take that room, look for anything that may have these kind of keywords across them, these kind of topics, or might be bound within these kinds of files or folders, etc.
Sure.
So he will use his investigation stat to sort of help out in that way.
So the way I'm envisioning this then, so we've got Paul, we've got Argenta, who are kind of going through things a little bit more methodically, taking stacks down, putting them on the tables, reading them, whereas Gerhardt isn't necessarily reading them, but he's quickly going through the shelves looking for titles that look of interest rather than going through each one individually. So, Argenta,
Scanning.
I need an investigation roll from you with a bonus 4. I'm guessing 1 from Paul's Paul's investigation and 3 from the awareness. So DN 4 with a bonus 4. Oh, what a roll!
Right. Adding. Calm down, Ed. Do this. Take your time. I'm going to add 1. Ah, fuck. I'm going to add 1.
Wow,
to
he's
the
a
glory
changed
pool.
man ever since his wedding.
Are you sure you want to add to glory?
Well, I'm going to add 1 to the improve the result.
Uh-huh.
So 1 to improve the result. And then 1 to glory.
Are you sure you want to add 1 to glory?
Okay, no. No. Can I add 2 to the result?
You can add 2 to the result.
I'm going to add 2 to the result.
Amazing. With your fantastic pass, then, all of you, you find lots of bits of information. Let me just start reminding myself how to do this. Ed, you find that. Gerhardt finds this. And our wonderful Psyker finds this. So there should be something in journals for everyone to read.
I've got litanies, duty beyond death, and the Pack 30th.
God damn it, I thought that would have worked. Why isn't that worked?
Duty beyond. Oh no.
No, yeah, I only see Bacterius.
Okay, let's do it this way instead. So if I do...
Ah, that blasted manufacturer.
This one...
Ah! This is very in line with what,
This one... And...
from what you were saying, James, of you were looking for ledgers and things about money. You just it was the first book you got straight away, and just
Ooh.
Right. So so we've you guys have spent some time going through things. Each one of you has come across some piece of information. Argenta, while sat down at the table, you come across this particular spicy piece. Same with you, Paul, while you're sat there, and Gerhardt, as you're going through the shelves, looking at the spine, the title on the spine. You just happen to come across one that is of interest. So you all find something.
Well, it appears the Torah Armis All Haulers did a payment of 100,000 thrones per HVS remit, 50% to the opalescent veil, record as sanitation services. There's no imperial organization with that name. I'm just going to copy and paste this into the chat.
Mm-hmm.
I presume the grain silo and the shadow debt are from the other two.
Yeah.
100,000 thrones for sanitation. On what on Torah Armus could require such thorough cleaning that requires a small bounty such as this?
What unholy terror could they be doing in the bowels of this place?
I'm assuming the sanitation services is some sort of cover. More than likely did not go to any such service.
Indeed.
Maybe they were careful not to write in their own ledger in case of inquisition like this.
Oh. The Inquisitor will be pleased to find this out. Thank you very much, my lord. Sorry, Paul, Gerhard, did you manage to find anything through your reading?
I did, but I'm unable to open this book.
Is his one the
Seems to
grain
be
silo?
solid shut.
Hang on. Let's try that again. That work?
Copy and paste it in the chat.
This book is beyond me. Some sort of warp-like shenanigans.
Is it
keeping
still not
closed.
working?
Yeah, I've only got Litanies of the Lost. Got Litanies, Duty Beyond Death, and Pactherius.
All of them.
What about this? Why is this not working? It was working when I demoed it. Still nothing for you, James?
No change.
Why
Is it somehow going to my tier 2 character? Because I am still linked and sometimes shit goes to him.
Oh.
I've noticed this as well.
Yeah, so...
Maybe. I'm going to delete them then. Right. Let's try again. Simon, did you get yours?
I did.
What was yours one called?
I've got Grain Silo Dispatch
It was
Log
that one.
and Shadow Debt Folio.
You should have only got one of those.
Oh.
What was the second one you got?
Shadow Debt Folio.
Right, I think that was for James. Does that happen to
Okay.
you, James?
No, I haven't got anything like that. Under journal entries, no, it's still the same. Litanies, Duty Beyond Death, Pactherius.
I'll just... chat.
Simon, can you put it in
Yes.
chat for it? There we
I
go.
can.
Yes. So, in chat then, James, you see the Shadow Debt Folio.
Oh, Argenta already did it. And the Grain Silo Dispatch Note log was the one that I got.
Yes.
It have been settled generations ago, yet they are marked as active and callable.
It's big!
So, Paul would have responded as we're gathering together. He would basically say, I found some something strange within the grain silo dispatches. For the past half year, a huge portion of the grain has been diverted to a private reserve under the direct authority of Lady Celicia van Staten. It says here the official reason is emergency famine relief. As far as I am aware, as far as I can see, there have been no such emergencies. So the grain has been sequestered away somewhere.
Been feeding that requires
Along with the total harvest has been diverted. Okay. Sorry, what are you saying, Ed?
No, I was just saying, what could they be possibly feeding down there that would require so much food?
Could be private reserve. Maybe to overthrow. Maybe overthrow Torah armors. Maybe to seize power. Having no food or water is one of the ways in the Codex as war of attrition. Not all wars are won simply by armaments and might. Sometimes starving out the other side is the way to win. This, along with what I found, seems quite interesting. There seems to be several debts that are owed to this family, the Van Statens. They seem to have not called on any of these debts and instead have left them open as callable. And lately, they have closed down House Grath's manufactorum for a single but minor fault, which makes me think they keep these debts open so that they have leverage on these homes or these houses and may call upon them to do what they will when they want. And if they do not abide by Van Staten rule, such things like this manufactorum could be shut down.
This heresy becomes so clear now. Remember when we were in Torah Armus, the people were starving, and the only thing that they had to eat was those green things that transformed them into monstrosities. They kept all the food for themselves, so the people had nothing left to eat when there was an emergency, except for that which would turn them into servants for the ruinous powers. And then the manufactorum closing would have kept them at their military to be under supplied when it came to arms and things of that nature as well. So when an attack would happen, the local forces would be completely unable to have the weapons and munitions they need, as well as being starving.
They would be at a disadvantage during a siege.
The manufactorum could be also a perfect place to store this heretical fruit. Foreclosed.
Indeed. The von Statens and this Lord von Staten has a lot to answer for. Part of me thinks that I think it's quite clear now he was the one responsible for what is happening here.
Looks like he's been planning this for quite some time. Quite sophisticated, actually.
Can I... Right, I'd like to see... And perhaps... Oh, you know what, she'll say this to actually. My lord, A place as old as this. Can you see if there's any hidden doors or passages around here? It's reminding me of when we were at that temple back on Enoch. Perhaps there may be more to this room than meets the eye.
Argenta, as you say this, you do see flickering candlelight being bathed down through a gap in the ceiling above you as the light hits particles of dust in the air, creating a twinkly effect. And as you look up into the second floor, you do see more and more and more shelves of scrolls and books and ledgers as the Officium towers onwards.
I point this out to Gerhardt and Paul. Appears there may be, it looks like it could possibly be an entrance here.
My lady, there's stairs back in the in the corridor. If you wanted to keep going up the levels.
Do so.
I would like to detect energy emissions using my auspex. Instead of looking for life signs, and I'm looking for energy emissions. Any kind of powered door, any kind of anything that'd be behind these bookcases that you wouldn't expect there to be by having electronics in there.
That's a good question. That's a great question.
Because I can detect energy emissions, motions, and other life signs within 50 meters. So I'm focusing on energy emissions.
Energy emissions. You ping out, specifically trying to hone in on these energy emissions. You get back you don't get anything big coming back. There's no sort of the emissions you might get from a servitor or something along those lines. You don't get anything big. So you kind of tweak and focus your mind trying to go for something smaller. You start getting emissions coming back. Some are coming off Argenta, some are coming off Paul. There are these faint blips of emissions further up the building, and you see a few kind of pinging off the walls where you see the light sconces and where these emergency lights are flickering.
Okay, so nothing out of the ordinary that would signify some sort of hidden room.
No.
Okay. I've just scanned the room for energy emissions and any kind of strange happenings. This room looks to be what it is.
Okay.
It would seem our gracious host here is telling us the truth. Up the stairs is the way to go.
Tertius takes a long, ignoble bow as you kind of acknowledge him in this way.
Of course he must love that. But before we go, I would like to one last scan at the books, and I wanted to look at the history of the Van Statens, of what they did with their money. If they were charitable, if they gave to Gilead, if they gave for armaments, if they helped feed the poor, or if they were always just business savvy. I just kind of want to know what their business was before what we've just been given.
Before the corruption.
Before
the corruption.
So pick a date.
You, in this area here, you don't find that level of information.
Okay. Gout turns around after looking at some books and goes, all right. I'm happy here. I think we can move on.
All right.
Let's head to these stairs then.
As we move, Paul would ask Tertius a question.
Good levels.
I did levels. Yes, sorry, Paul.
So as we would walk, Paul would just go, Lord Tertius, how long has it been since Lord Van Staten began believing that the Empire had died?
Well, you must understand that I'm not really his go-to consort for these types of things, but it must have been at least 2 months, maybe a little bit longer, since we really started to see that that change in the Lord.
Did you notice any change in the company that he kept since before then?
It is difficult to really put a finger on it. It's very common for the Lords of the Spire to have very many visitors. Everybody wants it's from the people with power, but there was 2 unusual individuals. I believed they were priests of the Imperial cult when they arrived, but I saw them arrive. I did not see them leave. Which is not out of the ordinary, of course. I'm not a sneaking type of person to watch all the comings and goings of the court, you must understand, but something about them was off.
Any names spring to mind?
I do apologize, my lady. Let me think. You must understand, I was never formally introduced to these people. I'm sure one of them, sure he introduced himself as my cousin. Mycosian? Mycosian. Yes, Mycosian, I believe he called himself. Priestly, emperor-fearing fellow he came across as. Must understand.
This heresy seems to even delve into the ecclesiarchy.
Roughly how long ago would you say Mycosian? You noticed Mycosian?
Maybe 3 months? I believe that's when he first arrived at the palace. I thought he was arrived trying to petition for more land for the church within Toramus. It's not uncommon for these kind of requests, and Lords of the Spire, they need to weigh in the pros and cons so that there is industry, but also succor for the soul. It's a delicate balancing act.
I see. I suppose if you had no reason to suspect them, you wouldn't necessarily look into them. Though, this gives me something to think about. And Paul would sort of pull back a little bit and sort of say a bit more quietly to Argenta and Gerhard. He would say, that doesn't explain how long the grain has been sequestered away. That was apparently started 6 months ago.
Well, it appears then perhaps these men weren't the direct influence, that this is something that had been going on for much longer. Perhaps von Staten fell a while before. Now, Tertius, which of these rooms is von Staten's main office?
Give James a go first.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine. Tertius, the grain in which you harvest, that wouldn't happen to be from Enoch, would it?
I believe that most of the grain that comes to Gilead Primus is from Ostia, my lord.
Ostia. Interesting. And how long ago were we in Ostia when there was shit going on there?
The increased demand.
Oh,
That's got to be
God.
around 6 months.
Getting on about that way. About 6 months.
Considering we also had time away for ascensions and such.
Mm-hmm.
And however long it took to go from planet to planet.
Mm-hmm.
So I suppose Gerhard would say to Paul, interesting timeline, don't you think? We were in Ostia, where the grain came from. About 6 months ago, when we were also dealing with heresy. It could be just coincidence that they were stockpiling. Maybe they knew of what happened on Ostia, had eyes on the ground, and were worried. Or maybe something on Ostia has influenced this decision. Maybe gotten to the Van Stettens. Just find it somewhat coincidental in the timing, that's all.
I agree. The document said it was for famine relief. I suppose that would have been believable to the common man. But there has been famine. And no relief was given.
The Van Stettens don't strike me as altruistic.
But the family is on Enoch, and if they're taking the resources to here, that could also, they could be sowing dissent in Enoch as well.
But also taking quarter of the reserves means the other 3/4 have to be dispersed throughout Gilead, meaning everyone goes hungry. If that's the case, feeding them a certain green fruit might be easier to those who are ravenous. But once again, we're hazarding guesses here. We need more pieces of the puzzle to fit together.
And we could do with finding where they've kept this private reserve of grain. No doubt Gilead would see much relief from that being returned back into the system.
What if they were planning?
I would speak to this House Grath, too. We might be an ally, enemy of your enemy. Sure, they're not too happy with the Van Statens closing down their manufactorum.
No doubt.
What if they were planning to distribute these green fruit to the other planets in the system?
That is quite possible, depending on what their goal is. That kind of distribution would cripple Gilead. This is messy enough here on Torah Armus. Could you imagine the widespread chaos that would bring on a place like Gilead Primus, with its nigh infinite amount of numbers within the Hive City? Pure chaos.
The Inquisition must know. We cannot let any resources leave this planet.
Let's find more pieces to this puzzle. We need more. These are fragments.
Indeed. Tertius. Office. Where is it?
Well, our Lord's office is this one, as he points to the large door on the left, and the Officium's first level is through here, as he points over here, through this door.
Check the Officium first, and then look into von Staten's office.
Either or. We'll be checking both.
The information we may find in the Officium may elucidate the information that we find in von Staten's office. Connect all the pieces together.
And call me a cynic, but I suspect anything to do with our good Lord's office may have some safety countermeasures we may need to deal with. So I suggest we go with the safer route first before we deal with any potential danger or what's the word I'm looking for?
Trap?
Sabotage in Van Staten's office.
Got quite the military mind on top of that head shoulders of yours.
I try to learn.
The
I'll
heavy
do a cursory scan before we head in.
Ooh. What kind of scan?
I am once again scanning for, and this is for obviously 50 meters, IEDs, technology, traps, energy.
The room to your right, again, faint, subtle signatures. Most of the signatures are coming back from your colleagues, Argenta and Paul, but from behind you in the Lord's office, you do pick up a slight signature in the center of the room. Slightly more potent than you're getting from the lumen sconces.
All right.
There is something within Lord Van Staten's office that is reading more simply than a sconce.
Thank you, my lord.
Your instincts were right, Paul.
I've dealt with the rogue traders enough now to know that people of power tend to keep a tight hold on their secrets.
We'll enter with caution.
You head into the first floor of the Officium. You are met with a similar scene as to downstairs. Row upon row of bookshelves lined with books, scrolls, and ledgers of all kinds. A large hole in the center of the room looks down into the lower levels, and above you can see the Officium goes up as more bookshelves can be seen. But if we're doing investigations again, either roll what we did last time or tell me what we're doing.
Using my eyes.
Yeah. Same procedure as the floor before. I'll look out for things, keep an eye out for keywords.
Okay. What is the DN?
So same again, DN4, and you're getting a +4 from everybody helping.
I mean, it's a pass.
I Spaffarath?
You got a spare one to give away?
Oh, for the Yeah, you've got a spare one for the extra information. Yeah.
So I'm thinking, yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna re-roll the failed.
Oh!
That was worth it.
Yes.
Beautiful. You love to see it. So,
Shift again.
yeah, you all spend some time settling down on this level, gathering information, books, ledgers, Argenta and Paul. You are flowing over these books as quickly as you can, picking up lots and lots of information. Some of it is as dry as the deserts of Gilead Primus. Some of it is more saucy snippets of court intrigue, various people sleeping around, having affairs and mistresses. But you also find... let's see if I can get this to work. Ed. Oh, I know why it wasn't working. It's because I had the wrong person ticked. Right, Ed, you see this?
That'll do it.
Yeah, the tick box is weird. Simon, you find this. And James, as you are going around, you come across a ledger which appears to be a brief history of the Van Staten family. Bearing in mind your thought process from downstairs, it's something of interest to you. So you pull the book out, you start reading through it. It is...
On the money.
It's a brief synopsis of the kind of comings and goings. You read through the history. The von Statens were a proud, powerful, and honorable family, even to the days of the Gilead Crusade. They were honorable fighters and warriors who helped Gilead herself, Juliana Gilead, to recapture the system, and in doing so earned themselves the lordship on Gilead Primus for Tora Armus. The family itself has been ruling Tora Armus ever since the city has prospered. Usual bad apples crop up here and again, but nothing that would get Argenta's spider senses tingling. These are more just the occasional lord would come and go who would spend more time in the palace kitchens than they would do on the politics. But overall, a good emperor-fearing family.
And is this a journal entry I should be able to see?
It's not because I didn't make it, because I didn't think anyone was gonna ask for it.
Gotcha. Cool.
So I've just given you the background you wished.
Nice. So they were good people.
They were good people. There's no record of, real. It's not uncommon for certainly higher nobility to have real bad apples within them. Some lords fall into heretical cults. The von Statens, not even in an inquisitorial rosette crossing names out. They are fairly good.
Okay.
So it appears they have fallen. What I found here is they've requisitioned a extraordinary amount of arms. 300 ceremonial blades from an off-world forge known for its exquisite yet non-regulation weaponry. At the cost of the system, an astronomical one at that.
Does it detail what kind of armaments they have?
Just says 300 ceremonial blades. But for whom is the question?
As a bladesman, do I know what a ceremonial blade is?
Ceremonial blade would usually be something that's very much form over function. It's beautiful gold filigree, jewelry. It's the kind of thing would be worn day to day to show power and providence, rather than to have any real military aspect to them.
Perhaps these blades could be used for some form of mass sacrifice.
Perhaps. And then Paul walks over and he says, I found something slightly disturbing, slightly fascist. And he pulls out an edict, which is entitled Edict on Public Assembly, which he says, this is a decree that was issued recently. And he points to the Van Statten's personal seal at the top of the edict, declaring that any public gatherings more than 5 without permit is an act of sedition, punishable immediately by incarceration in the oubliettes. I'll hit enter so that you guys can read that at your own leisure. And Tom, are the oubliettes related at all to the French word to forget?
It's like a tight prison cell.
All right, okay.
Yeah, you know what an oubliette is, don't you?
I have no idea what an oubliette is in the context of prisons.
It's kind of like
the French word means to forget.
It's really, really horrendous solitary confinement.
Okay.
And there's a reason it's called oubliette, because people would be put in there and then forgotten about.
Yep. Okay, cool. That explains that.
And if they
So that's not... Yeah.
Seems like a very efficient way of gathering sacrifices.
And a way of stamping out rebellion before it can even begin. And might I point out, in a hive city, avoiding crowds of more than 5 is nigh on impossible. This is effectively a carte blanche to just take people.
Where have these people gone?
Ooh, that's a bingo.
Why 5? Seems like an arbitrary number.
It's probably because it is. Can we determine any kind of like significance to the number of 5 with regards to like group size? Maybe like a scholar roll or something?
Hold, please.
This is a test on whether or not Tom knows that if there's any significance to the number 5.
I know what it is. I just don't think
Okay.
anybody else really would, unless, because did we change your thing? Did we change your thing?
What thing?
Simon's special thing that we DM'd about.
Yeah, we did change something.
What did we change it to?
Let me just send you a message.
Oh. Oh, yeah, no, it's not to do with that. Realistically, with all of your given backgrounds, you could do me a scholar test, but it's gonna be like 12. Like it's really,
right.
really specific, obscure stuff that I there's no real reason any of you should know.
I've got a dice pool of 6.
It's physically possible.
With that, if you rolled all 6s, you could just about do it.
Yeah.
There's no way I could help in this, is there?
It's a memory test, so I'm gonna say
perhaps
no.
as a group. Yeah, okay.
Well, we tried.
Did we try? I don't see any rolls.
Oh, fuck it. Okay, then I'll give it a roll then. Fuck it. DN12. Please.
Oh,
Now we've tried.
that's
and it was
not a bad roll.
kind of nearly close.
Not a bad roll.
Wow.
Oh well. Never
Yeah,
mind.
you
It's
think
an arbitrary
hard
number.
on the question. You try and rack your brain as to why it would be 5. Why not 6? Why not 4? But it's just a number. Perhaps it's just a number so that they can grab as many people as they can.
The numbers, Mason.
The numbers, what do they mean? But yeah. Sister Argenta's hamster's dying.
Should we go check Lord Van Staten's office?
I suppose that's wise.
Okay.
Right.
I'll wait for the other two to catch up.
I think
I'm
Ed...
just memeing on Ed.
I think Ed has disappeared. I don't know if he can hear us or not. Oh,
Yep, there he goes.
there he goes. There he goes.
See ya, Ed.
Do you know what? I actually feel his pain when I went down to London.
Oh no!
when I went down to London, like in middle of fucking London, I got my phone out and no 5G, no 4G. I think I barely even had E. I was like, it's London.
Wow.
Why do I not have signal? Like, I get 5G in a fucking field in the Midlands.
Yeah, it's weird.
Too many people. The
City's
network
like
can't
so
handle it.
old, they haven't been an upgrade.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, I see movement from Ed.
Oh,
Yeah,
now we just need him back in Discord.
all trunk.
Just enough internet to power moving his token.
Yeah.
You all become
Full resources.
power walking through the shelves back to the corridor where the large Gothic ornate door stands forebodingly in front of you. Two statues line either side of it, both of them with their heads neatly chopped off.
Of course.
Am I able to tell what kind of weapon cut them off? Does it look like they're being chain sawed off? Or are those clean power sword cuts?
It's very clean, these cuts. It's not like you can't see lots of broken pieces all around the neck. It's just very like a mono knife or power sword, something like that.
Okay. All right. Let's see what his office has to offer.
Opening the door,
Unlocked.
you see a relatively plain looking office. Desk in the center with a few bowls and trinkets, a few pieces of paper. On either side, it's lined with wardrobes, shelves, a chest, some books, but not particularly ornate, not garish. Certainly nothing that would be comparable to the lavish paintings of the rooms before of dressing in the finest of finery. But you enter.
It would seem Lord Van Staten is a man of function.
Say you sensed something in this room, my lord?
I did. And it was on this desk, wasn't it?
It was in the
Unless I need
center of
to
the room.
rescan.
Yeah, in the center of the room.
Do I have to rescan or do I can remember where it is?
You walk over to the desk. On top of the desk, you see some piles of paper from where you're stood. Going round the side of the desk, you see drawers lined down, the usual kind of office desk situation.
Okay. I want to look around on the desk. Points of interest. Just looking around at the desk, looking at everything, maybe pull out a few drawers.
Well, first of all, you
Or
look
should we
at
keep it to the way we did it before? That's you, players.
Sorry. I'll have a look through the notes then to see if I can find anything of import.
Paul, in this case, is going to try and maintain some vigilance around what Gerhardt has said about the power source around the desk. Not getting himself too close, considering he's not necessarily in the healthiest state.
Mm-hmm. So,
That means you probably shouldn't stand there because you're in the most danger. Really,
Oh,
if the
yeah,
show's-
that's going to be like a metal grate chopping down through the door frame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The safest
be by
place is always stood next to Gearhart. Always stand next to Gearhart. Okay, so Gearhart, you've gone around the side of the desk. You, to begin with, start looking around the paperwork, and you come across this piece of paper, which pulls your attention to start with.
Okay, I'm gonna pop that out into the chat.
But it worked. It worked.
I got shown that, yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, I just had the wrong thing clicked.
A reassignment of Captain Trenador of the Torah Armisen forces. Unwavering loyalty. Administrative restructuring. Seems odd. Highly loyal, highly capable, but moved off his post. Maybe he was too good at his job.
Maybe asked too many questions.
Exactly. Each piece is like a pawn moving across a chessboard. The grain, the snatching of people, the crowns for sanitation, and now moving Captain Trenador. Each one getting closer and closer to the king.
Making it so that Torah Armus is as weak as possible.
Not only that, but they sent him to oversee a remote ice mining outpost on a dead moon.
Hardly worthy of someone of his position, I'd say.
No, it's a little on the nose. It seems to be the first glaring mistake in this whole escapade. Everything else is subtle. Everything else, you don't know why things were bought, why the grain was left, where it is, why people are being snatched. This is the first bit of evidence that was done rather sloppily, almost out of emotion. Why not reassign him to another important assignment? This looked like to be retribution. This doesn't look like the cold, calculating person I've seen in the other room.
Or a simple removal of a potential threat that would end whatever plot that we now live within.
It does say remote. Maybe he wanted him as far away as possible, and this was the most far away place to send him. We'll have to have Trenador reinstated if he is half the man that is spoken about here. It would only be right.
He may have had an inkling as to what was to come.
Well,
Are our comms still down? Have you tried?
I'll try and vox the scions that we were with.
Yeah, you vox beat it out to the 5 remaining scions in the other room. The signal is staticky, but you can hear them. It's
Yes? We hear you. Loud and clear. Lady Argenta.
Everything clear on your end?
We've learned some new swear words from Lady von Staten, but hasn't escaped yet. We're keeping our eyes out.
Sister, are you able to contact Titrona with your caster? Do you have the range?
My Voxcaster goes to... It's like crazy mileage.
50,000 kilometers, something like that?
50,000 kilometers, so... I could... Yes, I could reach out to Tritone is the person we would...
The Inquisitor.
Yes.
I'm just wondering if you could get a hold of Titrona to see if she can contact Captain Trenador on this remote base. I'm sure they must have some sort of communications. If we can get him on the line, we can hear it straight from the horse's mouth. He was important enough to move him as far away as possible. He knows something.
It's like a plan. Is there nothing else in this desk before I reach out to the comms? Any other information that we could find in any of the drawers?
Is there?
There is, yeah. So after reading the memo, you then begin thoroughly going through the drawers. The drawer at the bottom, deeper than the others, doesn't open. Appears to have some sort of lock on it.
Is it an external lock, or is it like a key lock?
Okay, keyhole lock.
Try
mundane.
I suppose I'd just pull the handle and rip the drawer out from the its railings.
You engage your muscles. The power suit, you feel it surging through you. And as you apply a bit more force, the bottom drawer opens easily. And as you do so, immediately, almost startling you, shoots up the servo skull. It pops up and just says, "Identification in process," as the green eye of the servo skull begins scanning you up and down, Gerhardt. Error, unidentified.
Quickly, before it scans me, I have a question.
Go
Have
for
we
it.
seen like actual portraits, photos, images of Lord Van Staten? In all of this space?
Shape flesh.
In my head, no, but I'm happy for you to
Alright.
spend a narrative declaration.
Yes, I would like to spend
It's time,
a
baby.
narrative declaration.
It's
You
time, baby.
narratively declare, and you think back to your walking in through the reception area, and how could you have missed it? There was a huge 10-foot tall portrait of Lord Staten looking down on you as you entered, judging. Yes, you have seen him.
Okay, funny that. That's coincidence. So I see what it's trying to do, observe that it's scanning Gerhardt, and thinking quickly on my feet, I attempt to manipulate the energies that I've been utilizing now to try and sort of repair my flesh to see if I can manipulate it into taking on a different appearance. So I shall try to shape flesh to sort of mimic the appearance of Lord Van Staten.
Go for it. That is a DN6.
Yes, which is now a DN9 because I am wounded and poisoned.
Oof. We've seen you do worse than that.
Oh, yeah. It's a good thing I've got at least another wrath point as well, if needed.
And you got a piece of glory.
Oh, I'm going to need that wrath. Yeah, I'm going to spend my last point of wrath. Using two points of wrath to try and overcome this scenario. All right.
Oh, he does it! Success! He does it! Oh, describe to us what your... There's no James. Describe to us what your shaped flesh looks like.
Right. I'm just going to take some inspiration from the description of the ability. Physical form is completely mutable to your will. Through thought alone, you change your body however you wish. So I give a boost to the power that I'm already sustaining and sort of add more channels of power flowing through it. So whatever's been sort of trying to knit my flesh together now sort of almost appears fluid and stretchy and a little bit liquidy as my features, if you're looking towards Paul, but Paul's stood behind everyone. Everyone's looking at the servo skull. So from everyone's perspectives, they're looking at the servo skull, and as they track its movement as it approaches Paul, you guys all see Lord Van Staten stood in the doorway, not having actually seen the actual change happen in the moment.
Nice. Beautiful, yeah. As if by magic.
So Lord Van Staten is here.
Lord Van Staten appears at the doorway, Argenta and Gerhardt.
Can I make a perception check just to see if I would have seen this, so I'm not playing the confused idiot?
I mean, your passive perception is passive awareness, in fact, is 3. Sure, give us an awareness test, DN. Are you trying to hide any of this? Maybe an opposed stealth if you're trying to hide it? Paul?
Oh, I'm not necessarily trying to hide it. I'm just trying to do it as quickly as possible. It was a reaction to the moment in front of him. So I've not tried to necessarily be stealthy.
Okay, so you've not tried to be stealthy. You've got a basic stealth of 2. Gerhardt has a passive of 3. Gerhardt, you could have seen this. This flicker as the skin changes on Paul's face.
And my shape, like putty and liquid, just momentarily stretches and reforms and settles.
As I'm looking at this thing scanning me, Gerhardt's helmeted head double takes as he watches what he sees, and his head slowly turns over. And as you're finished changing, it looks at you, goes, "No, that's a new trick."
All Paul would do is just sort of tilt his head slightly, but he's not going to say anything because he has no idea what Lord Van Staten sounds like.
Sure.
Wouldn't you have his vocal cords?
If you, well, the wording says, if you are attempting to emulate the person you have met, you can alter your vocal cords to match theirs. But I don't know what they sound like. I just have the appearance.
Got yeah, okay.
Your voice will have changed because his general structure would be different to yours, but you don't know if it sounds like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the servo skull is in front of Gerhardt.
I turn the skull
You rotate it round. Paul, do you do anything? You are in the doorway of this office.
I will step forward
You step
and become the
forward.
focus of the servo skull.
Identification in process. Facial recognition accepted. Welcome, Lord Van Staten. As you hear a loud click, Gearhart coming from your right.
No. I investigate this loud click.
Opening the wardrobe door, you see a neat little set of spiral staircase.
Ooh.
You aware of this, Tertius?
No, this is the room of Lord Staten. No, of course, nothing to do with me.
I'm gonna give it a little. I'm gonna give it a little scan. I went into the void. I'm gonna give it another scan. More for people now.
Again, your Auspex
Humanoids.
goes out. Boing. Nothing comes back other than the 4 people in this room.
I say we take what data we can off the servo skull, if there is any, and see where the secret door takes us.
Should we get the scions and the other prisoners? Actually, I can just
And bring them into the palace? No, you know what the end of this job is and what requires of this palace once we're done.
Should we tell them to take the prisoners back to Titrona then? For escort back to the Inquisition?
Probably a good idea. The longer they stay there, the longer they're likely to run into resistance.
Well, I will first contact the scions and then I shall reach out to Titrona and inform her of the information we found so far. Just say,
See if she can find the captain. Whatever his face is.
Captain Tranador.
Tranador.
so,
See if she can get a hold of Captain Trenador.
indeed, my lord. So I'm gonna Vox speed to the scions.
Yes, milady.
We have found another entrance to which we're going to go further down with the prisoner. It is advised that you take the prisoners that you have with you back from where we came and hand them over for further inspection via the Inquisition.
Roger that. We'll take him back to the commissar, get him questioned.
Perfect. Now, with that in mind, I'm going to try and Vox out to Tritona.
You attempt to Vox out to the Inquisitor. Roll me a tech test. DN is 6.
Oof. I have a dice pool of 5.
It's possible.
If anyone can help.
can I help?
How can you help?
Not with a tech help. Possibly with a scholar if the help is in the form of remembering the frequency.
This is in the form of the signal is particularly shitty and is very hard to get through. So knowing about stuff is not going to help him.
Yep, fair enough. What can I possibly do? I don't think I could help.
Right then. Let's go! Oh!
Oh, you nearly did it though.
You did nearly do it.
I could spaff a Wrath. But I do have a complication.
You do have a
James
complicado.
is muted.
Oh, am I muted?
No, you're not. James is.
That's exactly what I said.
I could see.
You might as well use one glory instead of your spaff because you can't re-roll the complication, and so you'd only be rolling one dice for one wrath. So if you're going to spend something, it might as well be the glory.
Yeah.
I'll add one to the dice pool.
All right, fingers crossed.
Just need one
50-50.
one pass.
Come on.
Come on.
These are sad times. Sad times. Argenta, you to the Voxcaster in your suit. You try and reach out, and all you hear back is, "Who are you talking to? No one's gonna help you in here. Why don't you relax? Come and join us." Very good. Roll me a corruption test.
Yep.
DN is 6.
Oh!
Fuck. Well, I mean, if anyone's uncorruptible, it's fucking Sister Agenda.
Oh, yeah.
I think none of you are corruptible. You've all got like a dice pool of 12 or 11 or something. Beautiful. With one shift possible.
I mean, look at that fucking thing.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna shift to glory.
Nice. Yeah, so you cut the line on this Voxcaster as this wet, demonic voice enters your earlobe. And you hold your steel.
Apologies, my lord. I couldn't reach out to Tytrona. We seem to be getting interference yet again from the ruinous powers.
Oh, fair enough. It was worth a shot. No worries, sister. Suppose we'll just have to go on our own volition. These stairs leading up, they have a story to tell.
Let's get
Just see if we can get something from that. If we can port into that servo skull. It might be his personal servo skull and might have some further information on it before it gets turned into scrap heap.
Right, Can I try and gain some information from the servo skull? Sort of.
One
plug
moment.
in my-
One moment. It might be better if Lord Van Staten does so. If you catch my drift.
Oh, sorry.
Certainly. What would you like to know?
Any information of how much of a cunt you are?
Almost in totality.
Perhaps he may have stored any records of his doings. Like,
Servo Skull, allow me to download a complete record of your databanks for backup. And then he'll try and plug in his data slate to the Servo Skull.
You pull out your data slate, but you look at it, and there is nowhere to shove your little pointy thing into the hole. As it looks at you, it just goes... Identification, scanning. Identification accepted. Welcome, Lord Van Staten.
I don't believe this Servo Skull has any data that we can extract.
Perhaps you could ask it.
Looks like the server skull's a key. He basically passes the butter.
Dear God.
What is my purpose?
Open a door.
It's perfect for that.
Dear God.
Okay. I'm going to start climbing the steps.
You do so. You find the little foundry portal thing right there, and it takes you up.
Amazing.
I think it takes you up.
It's taken us somewhere.
It's
This place looks like a
We're in
mess.
another little room.
It does take you to another little room. You go up this room, much more ornate and lavish in its design. Gold filigree inlaid into the tables, chests, and other materials within, but almost all of it has been shoved into the very back of the room. Its legs, the legs of the tables broken, various furniture shoved in a haphazard sense, and in the center of the room is a desk and a cork board, pin-up board type thing lining the wall. On the board itself, you see the aerial shot of the outskirts of Tora Armus. Again, more defensive information where they've put anti-infantry nests, anti-air nests, a whole host of information that could be of help to the Astra Militarum and Lord Philemon.
We should take...
Exactly what Tritona wanted. Paperwork, grab, take, store.
You grab the paperwork, take it, and store it. Anything else you want to do?
A look around the rest of the room, see if there's any, maybe look in that chest, or if that's not actually there, anything interesting like that chest that isn't obvious by being on the table.
In the safe next to the chest, you see piles of precious minerals and gemstones, lots of wealth that has been stored and hidden away. In the chest itself is scroll upon scroll. Looking through the scrolls themselves, they are all I'm trying to think of the correct word for IOUs, but it's essentially nobility saying, we will give you money if you ask for it. And if you want to...
deeds?
Yeah, kind of deeds. Promises in writ, is it? Something like that? But on the desk is just huge piles of paperwork and scrolls. So if we want to sift through all that, I need another investigation roll, please.
This time Paul will be helping.
Same with Gerhard. And I'd also be looking at those names that are offering help and aid.
So, what is the DN?
DN4.
Okay. Get up to 8. Come on.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh my god.
My God!
Oh my god.
Wow. Wow.
Wow!
You
What a roll!
pick
What an
apart
unnecessarily huge roll.
you pick apart this room. You absolutely tear it to shreds. You find all of the vast wealth in the safes. You find all the vast items within the chest. And as you are looking over, reading the notes on the table as well, let me do this. This one catches the eye of Paul, and this one catches the eye of Argenta. And Gerhard, as you are supporting them with your awareness, you're looking around the room trying to find anything that looks unusual, and directly behind you on an ornate platter you see a beautiful, gorgeous, sweet, juicy, fragrant green fruit. Your mouth begins to water and salivate as its sweet nectar enters your nose. It's plump.
My enhanced senses. Okay. That same strange fruit is in the corner of the room. It is having a strange effect on my senses.
Try to ignore it, Lord Gerhard. Turn your back to it at once.
Control yourself! Isildur!
No.
There's an astropath. Okay.
Well, it appears I've found the architectural plans to this palace. And she pulls them out, shows them.
A heavy,
That is a boon.
thick vellum scroll, ornately detailed and designed. You see the grandeur of this palace that you find yourself in. You see all the various rooms, wings, the size and scale of this place, a true seat of power. You see the courtyard that you entered through. You see the cathedral re-envisioned by the architect as a holy seat for the imperial cult. You see the Officium. You see a whole wing allocated to Lord Van Staten for his bedchambers. An entire wing just for him. In the lower sections, you see a dining hall, vast, suitable for catering hundreds of people at a time. The lower sections underneath what we've just talked about there are vast servants' quarters, pantries, kitchens, everything that would be needed to keep the palace running. And as you go further down, it becomes more structured, of storage facilities, direct water sources being pulled straight up from the earth itself and towards the bottom of the palace on the third basement floor. You see a secret maglev train that runs out away from the palace.
Shit! My lord, we forgot to get the
Yes,
access
sister.
codes for the train. Hugo had them.
Well, contact the scions at once.
Shit. Can I tap the scions?
We're here, milady. We're here reading you loud and clear.
Have you departed as of yet, or are you still in the palace?
We've done as you said. We've taken them back to the Rhino. We're just round the courtyard.
Do you still have Hugo in sight?
Well, yeah, of course. You told them to take them all back to the commissariat. We wouldn't let Hugo run off. Sorry, Hugo von Staten, as he likes to be called.
I could just hear the soldiers be corrected by Hugo on the side.
My
Yes, that's so
official
good.
title is Hugo von Staten, actually.
Right. Can you put Hugo von Staten on the box, please?
Right, you are, ma'am.
You hear a rustling as the headsets change over.
Yes, this is Hugo von Staten.
Hugo,
Von Staten.
Yes. Von Staten. We are getting you safe passage via the Rhino out of the system, but you will be being escorted to the Inquisition. However, I can put in a good word to the Inquisitor if you share us the codes for the mag train at the bottom of this palace.
Well, of course, I said I was going to help out, and you just didn't follow up and ask me the question.
Well, Hugo, can you please share with us the codes?
Again, you hear some more rustling as it's like,
Yes, the codes are, you writing this down?
Yep.
Right, the code is, it's, 1, 2, 3,
Oh, God.
4, 6.
Oh, a curveball.
Did you get that? As he kind of tries to make sure
nobody else hears this.
Yes. Understood. Your loyalty to the Emperor will not be forgotten. Lord von Staten.
I'm not the Lord yet, but I hope to be one day, but I appreciate it. And look, thank you for getting us out of this mess. And again, I'm so sorry about my sister. She's... Well, you met her.
Yes. Well, she won't be getting the same treatment that you will with the Inquisition.
Honestly, she's not that bad when you get to know it. She's just...
And then you hear this like,
off the line.
yeah, this rustling, wrenching the headset off of him.
Yes. Thank you, Scion. We will be venturing forth. You have permission to escort the captives back to the Inquisition.
Right, you are, my lady. We will do. We'll take them back to the commissariat, and we'll get them back to the Inquisition. Don't you worry.
Well,
Good thing we came across these documents, because I would have totally forgotten about that.
There was quick thinking, sister. Forgot myself.
She's just looking at the chair.
Well, it's funny you should.
So does.
Go on. Sorry.
No, you go. There you go.
It's funny you should say documents. I've found an interesting registry here of the Palace's sanctioned psychers. There was a death recently on the previous astropath. It's apparently replaced by Raruk. With a note, personal appointment by the Lord Governor. Here, you see.
Wow.
The plot thickens.
Dude.
Psychic feedback. Lord Van Staten, what would cause psychic feedback among psychers?
It is often a throwaway term used to describe psychers being overloaded. It covers in all manner of things. Is that correct? I'd say that's a reasonable assumption.
Sorry, could you repeat that, please?
So, I'm assuming that psychic feedback is just like a common cause of death that often is written for psychers dying and doesn't really convey too much.
It's kind of like saying old age.
Yeah.
Like it's not an actual thing. It's just the psyker died because of a feedback loop. Like
How convenient.
They're dead. We can't exactly ask him.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of what, a common term. It's virtually useless for determining a actual cause of death.
So, the captain was sent away. The resident astropath died of psychic feedback. Replaced, so to speak. Another pawn moved on the chessboard. Interesting. Very methodical, this Lord Van Staten. I'll give him that.
Anyone can roll me a DN3 scholar test with no wrath. As in no wrath dice.
This is my jam.
Get that clotted cream, bruv.
Yeah. I'm wondering if it's related to Lord Governor, like the Lord Governor is not Lord Van Staten.
They are the same.
Help?
They're the same.
Oh, they are the same. Okay.
No, this is a memory test.
Okay.
Oh! You distinctly remember that you fought and slew Raurik on top of the spire.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah.
That's fine. There was no like mention of that, so I wasn't sure if that name had just brushed over.
No, there was. I think there was a collective. There was a collective noise of, this is where Raurik came into the picture.
Yeah, that's where the plot thickens came from.
Yeah,
I see. Okay.
Yes. The bug man.
The bug.
Was
So
brought
this
in.
is where he came in. He was appointed,
Yeah.
but has no listed provenance or tithe grade. He was just there by personal favor of Lord Van Staten.
And you would know that to be a sanctioned psyker is to gain a tithe grade.
Yes, and would be to acquire all the provenance that a sanctioned psyker would have.
So the sanctioned psyker that was here died, and he got an unsanctioned psyker to be his new astropath or his new resident psyker.
Yeah.
Interesting choice. Yeah.
Maybe they just ran out. Who knows? Like,
I mean,
He hired his own worm tongue.
He did.
I'm not evil. Quick question regarding this map.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything in the...
Which map? We've got 2 maps on the go now.
Okay, sorry. This one with the secret rooms.
The palace map.
Yeah, the palace map. Is this connected to... or is the entrance in the family quarters that we have yet to search?
You could see on the map that the way down into the sort of the deeper bowels of the palace wouldn't be through the family chambers. It would be through the servants' quarters. So there's a large staircase that would take you down from the toffs down into the servants' quarters.
Where's Lord Van Staten's private wing from where we are?
It is directly south of where you came from.
Oh, I think.
And because it's a wing, multiple rooms, hallways, it's like a large, like it's part of the palace, isn't it? It's not like a room.
Yeah.
It's probably has bathrooms, its own pantry, all that kind of shit. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
A medical bay.
Hopefully.
Is there a medical? No, there was no mention of a medical. Okay. I guess we keep venturing forth then.
Might as well finish what we can find here, and if we can't find anything else, possibly Lord Van Staten's his own personal wing might be something to look into. If he's here, I would assume he'd be there.
Yeah. Shouldn't we check the family rooms before we venture to that park just to see if there's any more survivors?
Yes, that's what I just said.
Oh, sorry. But, yes, I guess. Oh. Go?
There's no doors in this room, is there? There's a closed off room that goes like up to some private little walled in area, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Fun with levels.
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah.
I could never really get mine to work. I'm not sure if I was doing something wrong.
There's a very handy video on it.
Oh, I've got to go back down.
I'll have to check it out.
So you climb up the spiral staircase to the top floor of the Officium.
I went down instead of up. Oops.
You shouldn't do that. In this room, you see, in this corridor, I should say, you see one central large door on the right, and to the left, next to a large rockcrete wall, is a simple table. Inside is a skull. Inside of a glass jar is a skull. Like a glass display cabinet, I suppose. Staring out at the door. That's there.
Ominous scan energies. Energy systems.
Your energies.
It's awfully handy to have a space marine present.
I can't believe I gave you that for free in like episode 2.
Yes.
It's so fucking handy.
And it's got such a big range, 50 meters.
Yeah.
Nuts.
It's basically infinite.
Yeah. I don't think any of my software will make a map bigger than 50 meters, really. Anyway. The ping goes out. You get the usual energy signatures of the lumen sconces and the stuff that we've already seen before.
Okay, before I open the door, I'd like to check the skull, table, the wall, just to make sure there's nothing that would trigger with the door being open. The skull facing right at the door seems a bit ominous to me.
You observe the skull. You look into the jar itself. This is it's different to the skull you're used to seeing with the servo skulls floating about. This one has no augmetics. This one has no trailing wires or anti-grav chutes or anything like that underneath it. It is just a skull sat there underneath the glass jar. It's quite... it's almost a bright white, like it's been bleached clean. And
Human?
Human skull. And at the bottom of the jar is just a gold plate engraved with just the word von Staten.
More than likely just filigree. Suppose we'll move into this room.
You enter and once again see a familiar scene of bookshelves, wardrobes, stacks of scrolls and ledgers all around. And I imagine we're beginning the hunt once again.
Same procedure as the previous floors, my good man.
Same procedure as last year. Same procedure as every year.
You know the sketch!
It's a great sketch.
Oh my god! Hardly anyone in this country knows that.
I know. But give me the DN4 roll then, please, Eduardo.
Damn.
Nice.
I
said damn.
Wasted. Wow.
Absolutely throwing shade with these rolls. It's nuts.
I know. We could do with these rolls in combat, really.
I
But
know, it's concerning, but it's fine.
And
Take your wins.
with that amazing roll, you spend time looking at all of the scrolls, and you find every scrap of useful information in this room. We're in the office of Officium.
Trade sanctions against a rival noble family. Fin justification. Too unusual. However, cripples the supply of promethium to the hive. And as we know, there's only one thing that is excellent at purging, and that is promethium.
Very interesting. Unsubstantiated rumors of disloyalty. Sounds very much like when they shut down the Manufactorum for a slight default. House Orlok. This is one of, if I recall correctly, one of the people that owe the Van Statens money, in which they did not call in those favors.
Perhaps a noble family loyal to the Emperor.
Looks like they kept them in debt for leverage. Indeed. The data slate I found has several people flagged for surveillance. Low-level ecclesiarchy priests, high block foreman, and a tech priest from the local Mechanicus enclave. All known for their public piety and imperial loyalty. But had them on surveillance. So anyone aligned with the Emperor was surveilled to potentially be taken out or silenced.
You're right. He is very, very thorough.
He is. He's been working on complex tasks all the way down to the people on the ground. This is multi-layered. This is well thought out. He's been slowly and very surely weakening Torah armors.
Not to mention aligning himself with an agent of chaos.
From what I'm seeing of Nurgle and these creatures of Nurgle, I wouldn't put forth to them being any sort of thinker or tacticians. They seem to hunger and bring about chaos for chaos' sake. This seems intricate. It's almost delicate in its design, unlike the creatures we've been fighting since we've got here.
Try to understand the ruinous powers, my lord.
They can be insidious. And not all are mindless.
I've got a feeling that whatever Lord Van Staten has got himself caught up in, something from the warp has come through, possessed him, or controlling him, or whispering in his ear, like they've been whispering in ours. For an honorable family to change on a dime so quickly. Can only imagine what is on his shoulder, whispering heresy.
Well, as you say, it was not on a dime, it seems. This has been in the works for some time. Getting worse and worse. And like you said, one of the more recent things was Sloppy, the captain to the Icy Moon.
On a dime in a relative sense, I mean. From what the ledgers say, the Van Statens for hundreds of years have been loyal to Gilead's system.
Thousands
in
of
recent
years.
events over the last thousands of years, they have been loyal and patriotic to Gilead's system, and only in the last 3 to 6 months, this, in the grand scheme of time, it's a bit on of the dime. Such a quick change from thousands of years of patriotism.
I suppose.
Perhaps it's got something
I
to do
believe
with...
he must be compromised. Sorry,
Perhaps
yeah.
No. Perhaps that uprising came from that large, ruinous space marine that we saw at the gates.
Oh yes, I forgot about him. He will be an issue.
Very strange we haven't seen him. He will be. No doubt about that. But I have not seen him since. Nor any other Chaos cousins. In fact, this whole palace seems eerily quiet, don't you think? Considering the resistance we had outside the palace, and the large, monstrous gate that kept us out. I expected a little bit more once we got in.
They must all reside in the darkest, disgusting bowels of this palace.
Maybe they have taken the maglev train.
You can only pray to
Maybe.
them that they haven't.
But whatever we do, we know what happens to this palace once our mission is ended. So everything that we need to find here, we must take. Otherwise, it'll be gone forever.
I may have to give another attempt at contacting the Inquisition, perhaps before we go down into the bowels. I can't imagine it being any easier to reach out, but let's have a look through the family quarters first.
Perhaps if you lack...
We must be...
Oh.
There you go, yeah.
Perhaps if you lack sufficient transmission power through your Vox set, you could relay a message through the scions of the Rhino.
Thank you, Lord Commissar.
Either way, before we have this place leveled, we have to make sure that either Lord Van Staten is in here or is not in here, so that we may find him if he is not.
Then, unless there's anything else in this room we need to search for, to head back down.
Time to move on.
All right. And
Tom,
as he
give
says
me, I
that,
need to pee.
and as Paul says that, he's going to slowly morph back into Paul. He's like, oh man, that voice is starting to get grating on my ears.
Oh, good to have you back.
I was wondering if we might still need Lord Van Staten to get past some things, but it seems like we're finished in the area. For now.
Right, so we've got the whole map of the whole area. The one point of interest to me is Lord Van Staten's personal wing. I mean, this place is huge. It's the first place I can think of. At least to eliminate first.
Yeah. Let's go find it.
I can't fit down these stairs.
There we go.
Should be able to get down the stairs. Right.
I managed it eventually. Oh, get under the stairs and keep moving.
Oh my god.
And then it's the same again with the other one.
Oh, there we go. I think I've lost you.
I just pressed Q. Q brings me down levels.
Right.
Gerhardt is just moving through the matrix.
Yeah.
I literally just went through the floors.
There we go.
He just jumped and just fell through all the stairs.
Eviscerator out, cut hole.
These stairs were not designed for the size of a full space marine.
It's true.
They creak like fuck as he's walking down them. Splintering.
You're only able to just keep your heel on the edge of the steps. The vast majority of your foot is actually sort of kind of like leaning off the front of the steps.
God, heel slips and you just see a 7'4" space marine ding, 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 on his ass down the stairs.
Boom, 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 boom. Crack, 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 crash.
Oh. Apologies. I've done you all dirty.
Oh no.
So after you did the investigation rolls, I gave you all the bonus stuff, but I didn't give you the normal stuff. Sorry. So
there's more information to learn.
So there's three things that you should have learned just by passing, and then you got a load of stuff for shifting as well. Yeah. So, number one, when you went through all the stuff on the first level, you noticed that all the distribution points for the food. Sorry, hang on, let me get these right. Yeah, so you noticed that all the distribution points for the food, not the grain, but this unusual sweet fruit.
Fucking knew it!
It has all been located around centers of worship for the Imperial cult. So if you wanted to get your food, you had to go to these centers of worship. Number 2, levels 1 to 3 have had no food distribution at all since the spire was sealed off.
Okay.
And point number 3, on the top level, you find clear, absolute evidence that the one that's been coordinating all of the fruit, all the distribution, is Cilicia van Staten.
Knew it!
That fucking bitch.
Plus all the other stuff that you shifted to get.
Right.
Wait. That's potentially then that. What if that means that Lord Van Staten isn't behind everything, but was being manipulated by Cilicia, feeding him the green fruit?
Innocent
Maybe.
Doesn't.
And effectively puppeteering him.
Innocence doesn't avoid you from heresy, though.
Perhaps not, but in that case, we have just sent Cilicia with the Scion troops. Maybe we should warn them that she's perhaps a bit more dangerous than we first gave her credit for.
Perhaps execution?
Well, the Inquisition wants all the information they can on this heresy, and Cilicia is pretty much the information that they're going to get it out of, and the Inquisition will get it out of her. If she is executed, then we lose a lot of that intel.
And I suppose you did disarm her.
Quite literally.
I see what you did there, Commissar.
I'm just reusing the same joke I made last time.
It still lands. It still lands.
I've disappeared. I'm back onto the other floor. What is going on? I was in the right room. Now I'm on the ceiling. I'm on the roof.
Now look at me. Now look away. Now look back at me. Where am I? I'm on a horse.
Now I'm on the roof again.
Are you where you should be now?
No one knows. There he is. No, he closes the door. He's reopened it. He's closed it.
Yeah. Hey guys.
All right. Agent, if you've finished your jog, we should probably go to the main wing of Lord Van Staten.
All right. It's a shame we couldn't find
Unless you've got any other better
places.
places.
We do need to check the family quarters if there's any more survivors.
The family chambers
Is that within this?
Is the eastern wing.
Oh, same. Yeah.
Sorry, the southern wing.
Same.
Well, we're heading that direction anyway. Yes. I think perhaps before we go down, I should probably contact the Scions, but we'll have a look through that wing first. Or should I inform the Scions now about the danger they could possibly be in?
Maybe the danger and how important she is to keep alive for questioning.
Bing! sounds we have updated information.
Ready to receive.
Cilicia, you need to keep an eye on her at all costs. She is a very dangerous individual and has been in charge of the distribution of the green fruit that has been changing the population. She has been working directly with von Staten and possibly even influencing him. The Inquisition must know of this information at all costs. We also have information regarding military outposts, and I guess I'll relay some of the stuff that I've spoken to, that we've gathered so far.
That Celicia's, she's only got one arm. How much danger she can be?
Never underestimate the ruinous powers, brave soldier.
Right you are, ma'am. We'll keep extra eye on it. Don't think the mangonels are going to help, though. They'll just slip off her other stump.
Well, I suggest you apply those to her legs and drag her across her face.
Sounds like a plan. We'll make sure she's sturdy. She ain't going nowhere with our eyes on it.
Tie her neck to her heels.
What was that, milady?
Lord Gerhardt made the astute observation that you should tie her neck to her heels. I think they call it hog tying.
I'll see what I can do. She's quite heavy, though. I don't know if I'll be able to carry her out. It's like she's made of metal.
That's why I'm saying be very careful. She had augmetic weapon in one arm. We don't know what possibly could be in the other. Keep your guns trained on her at all times.
Good point.
You hear a hotshot Laz kind of whir up.
We're all over it. Don't you worry about it. Anything else to report?
Just all the information that we've gone through so far.
Bloody hell. General's gonna want to hear about this. Oi! You get that box caster working? We'll get him working. We'll try and pass it on down the line.
I suggest getting in the Rhino and going to her directly.
Well, rhinos can't fly, Mom, but I'm sure we'll find a way.
I meant out of the blast radius, but yes.
I like these lads.
Yeah.
Good, you've still got a sense of humour.
It's what kept us alive when the other 25 lads got killed.
Sorry about that. Paul's not on the line. He doesn't know what's going on.
She nods at Paul, just like, let's not remind them of that. Yes. Well, good luck. And may the Emperor protect.
May the Emperor protect. Over and out.
Right. Let's proceed.
How do we do that? Where do we go?
You walk back to the entrance,
This one.
go on the teleport pads.
Hey, I'm back.
Oh,
Look at that.
why are you there?
Oh, I'm in a wall.
Why are you
I
there?
can see a purpley plant.
That shouldn't have done.
Oh no, I'm teleported back.
Ow. Fuck.
No.
I've made a mistake.
I may have been too hasty in my movements.
Try again.
I will.
I wonder why it dropped you there.
Aha! I'm back.
No. No. All right, everyone, just go onto the pad, and I'll drag you to the right place.
Okay.
I was trying to be so clever. Right. No one move. There we go. As it shuts behind you, as if God doesn't want you to go that way again.
That's a spooky door.
A very spooky door.
Someone's locked it behind us. We can't get back.
Right. Well, the family chambers are directly south.
All right. Lead the way, Tertius.
All right.
Loading. Ooh. God, these maps are just fucking so good.
I literally made 6 maps today.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Awesome.
Goodbye,
Oh,
Gerhardt.
fuck.
Right.
And I'm back.
So, let me read this out. The southern wing of the palace is given over to Lord von Statten's personal chamber. All the rooms... Well, you don't know about the rooms yet. You can hear your footsteps clip-clopping down the corridor until you eventually come to a grand, ornate, Gothic door. It's floor to ceiling in size, inlaid with gold filigree, marble statues intricately carved up the rockcrete wall. That's Lord von Statten's personal chambers.
What is the room at the end?
Good as place as any.
What, down at the far end, down here?
Yes.
I believe that would lead you through to the entertainment of the dining hall, where he hosts his guests.
Gerhardt, do you see anything?
Performing Gerhardt scan.
Gerhardt scan. What's that? That's 20 meters. The Gerhardt scan doesn't pick up anything. No. Why am I telling you a lie? The Gerhardt scan picks up 1 life sign, which is about here.
Okay.
Behind this door, someone is here. We finally found someone else other than us.
I'm right here. You found me.
Shut up, Tertius.
Right you are. All right. Going in.
The door opens and you find yourself in a lavishly, almost garishly decorated, ornate room. The floor is perfectly cut marble, almost alien in its nature. It doesn't really look like something from the Gilead system itself, perhaps imported in. Potentially. But you step off the tiled floor of the corridor into this room, and the floor, it looks rock hard as marble would, but underfoot it feels soft. And as you plant your foot, it has almost a squelch to it. Wet in nature.
I do not like this.
Looking
Does
around.
it feel like the gate wall? Like, does it feel like that same squidge I cut through?
It's a similar fleshy squidginess. And the walls themselves, although are dark, ancient wood paneling, they glisten as if oozing moisture.
Okay, shit's getting freaky.
Very eldritch horror.
This room has a doorway directly ahead of you, large and ornate, and it has 2 archways to the west and to the east.
We investigate the life sign first, or should we go for the door in front?
You would know that the
I
life
say maybe go for the
sign was coming from this direction.
I'd say go for the life sign. See if they are enemy or friend, captain, captor, or captee. And once we've got that information out of the way, we can move along everywhere else. By the way, does this floor feel very squidgy to you?
It
It is
is.
incredibly unsettling.
That's entirely unnatural. Tertius, has this floor always been like this?
You can, as you turn to look at him, he looks quite pale, even more pale than normal. He's like, I can't say I've stepped foot in his chambers, but we have this marble in other areas of the palace, and no, nothing like this.
Right.
This is all dark.
Oh yeah, it's pitch black. I can't see.
It would be. Have I not put a thingy on?
Can't through it.
It's because there's a door there. I haven't put global illumination on. That's why.
Suddenly
I
everything
see a door
is
now.
A door magically appears. You open the door, and inside a lavish sitting area, living room type thing. Large columns, ornately carved, hold up the ceiling. Leather seats, piano in the corner, and a fireplace unlit. It is dark. Should be dark. Why is it not dark? It is meant to be dark, but it's not. And
Pretend it's dark.
pretend it's dark, darkish. And kneeling on the floor next to a human, you see this figure.
Ooh.
Ah.
Tertius.
Oh, wow.
As you get closer, you can see that the person on the floor is a half-eaten corpse. The woman, blood around her mouth. She kneels there, tears streaking down her grim face. Filthy robes suggest someone of some stature within the palace. She's whispering to herself. skin is tinged with green and her breath smells rotten. All around in the opulent sitting room, the walls sweat a putrid, oily substance. As Tertius just... Maya? Oh God, what's happened to you? Oh, the smell! Oh.
Maya. Do you know this woman? Who is Maya?
Oh. She's... Oh. She's the lady of the palace, she's the high-ranking maidservant. Looks after all the other wenches. Oh God, what's happened to her? Why does she look like that?
Argenta readies her gun.
Think she's eaten the fruit, Tertius. A reminder not to eat any of the green fruit that you see.
Did you eat any of the green fruit, Tertius?
No, of course not. No. Thought of food at the minute is just... Oh.
Did Hugo or Cilicia eat any of the fruit?
Not that I know.
Okay.
Does Maya look like she responded to Tertius calling her name?
Maya kind of hasn't really responded to any of you coming in. She's kneeling next to the corpse. She kind of, every so often, she kind of like just takes a little nibble of something in her hand. And she's just whispering to herself, kind of, I can't do it. I won't let them do it. That's not gonna, no, I won't do it. No, they can't make us do it. It won't happen to me. I won't, no, it won't go. It won't happen. No, go. It won't. Which one?
Power sword comes out.
I say we put her out of her misery.
Do you think she may know Tertius? Could
No.
Maya know any information that would be of use to us?
How would I know? You ask her.
Maya?
Beware, your sister.
It's all, they've fallen. It's all the ruinous paths they are. It is heresy. We can't let the heresy win. It won't let the heresy win. The food, don't eat the food. Don't eat the food. The food is bad. The food will kill you. Don't eat it. The palace, it eats. It eats. The palace, it eats. You shouldn't eat the fruit. We don't eat the fruit. Don't eat the fruit. We don't eat the fruit. The fruit is bad. The fruit is bad. The food is bad as well. The food is bad. The palace, it eats. The palace, it eats. The palace, it eats. Don't let the palace eat you.
What?
The palace, it eats. It hungers. The palace, it's hungry. Why does the palace hunger? Why won't it let me eat? I just want to eat. It's horrible. The palace. Don't let it. Don't eat the fruit.
Maya?
Do not eat the fruit. Don't eat the
Hold
fruit.
yourself together, woman.
It won't happen. It won't work. It's all fallen. They say he's dead. He can't be dead. He said he's dead. He's dead. He can't be dead. It's all fallen. It's all gone. Don't let them do it. Don't eat the fruit. Eat the flesh. The flesh will work. Yes, James.
So I'm picking up what you're putting down. And before I say something to Agenta, I want to look at her skin, her features, her hands, anything I can see of her skin to see if she looks nurgly or, extra limbs or pustules or anything like that.
She doesn't
If
have...
she just looks off color and unhealthy.
Yeah, she looks off color and unhealthy. There's no like weeping pustules or there's no additional limbs or horns or that kind of rot. This is just someone who's just the skin is this off green color, putrid smell about her, but what that's from.
I sheath my power sword and turn to Agenta and go, I don't think the warp or Nurgle has taken her. I think she's starving, been isolated, and she's gone mad. And I think she's been feeding off the dead to survive. I don't think she ate the fruit.
Well, she has been in this area filled with corruption, but I don't know if we're going to be able to escort her with us.
She is unfortunately secondary. If we have the time, the resource to do so, maybe. But I, for one, will not be executing a mad woman.
Maya? What has von Staten been doing in this household? Tell us everything you know.
It's heresy, it's heresy, it's heresy, it's heresy. The Tanstatans is heresy. The heretics, they've fallen. They're in with the powers, it's heresy. The palace eats you. It eats you, it consumes you. Do not let the palace eat you. You'll never don't do it. Don't do it. It's all heresy. It's heresy, it's heretics. It's heretics, all of them. All of them fall into the lies. It's lies. It can't be dead, he can't be dead. The Emperor's not dead, they say he's dead. They say he's dead, it's dead. He's not dead. He's not dead. It's all nice.
You're right.
It's all nice.
The Emperor is not dead. The Emperor is alive. You have kept his light to heart and have survived. And Paul would throw her the one bit of the corpse starch that he has in his inventory.
When you finished on that corpse, here's some corpse stuff.
Yeah.
That's very
It might be
kind.
treated a little better than an actual corpse.
True.
Imperium approved.
Imperium
Yeah.
approved corpse starch. Nice. Yeah, you chuck it over. It lands with a gentle thud next to her on the carpet. She barely looks up from it as she's still stuck in her babble.
Well, suppose we don't have time to snap her out of it.
No, we just have to continue on.
Maya,
She's
the door is open. Leave this place. We are going to destroy this home of heresy. This is your only chance to get out.
Yes, get out. Don't stay. Don't let the palace eat you. Don't let the palace eat you. Got to get out. Got to get out. Got to let the palace. Don't go to the palace. The palace. Don't let them.
She's lost cause. Hopefully when the bombs come in, her death will be swift. Let's move.
Well, she was the reading I had in this room. Looks like it goes nowhere else.
Is there...
May the Emperor be with you, Maya. I'm sorry this happened to you. And Gerhard walks off.
Nothing else in the room.
Nothing else in the room.
No Medicaid kits.
No, I know. I'm not looking. But anywho. Door?
To the north is a door, and there's an archway to the left.
It's not like I'm not poisoned or anything.
Shh. We'd have to do. Can I medicate him?
Entering through here is a corridor with many doors on either side. Gerhardt has found Lord Staten's quote-unquote throne room.
Huh?
This is where he takes a shit.
Yeah,
That's
it's
where he
the
takes a
porcelain
shit.
throne.
Okay.
On the left is a small office. On the right, a bathroom. Dead ahead, an ornate, lavish bedroom with a huge plush bed at the far end. All throughout, your feet squelch on this unusual surface.
Have a look in this office.
Not great. I hate
This floor
the
is unsettling.
Yeah. I hate the squidgy marble.
Squelch, squelch.
Into the office you go, and on the desk itself is a large ledger. This ledger is the front of it. I imagine you're reading it. But on the ledger itself, it's the houses of Tora Armus. And as you begin to flick through it, thousands and thousands of pages and written repetitively across every page, covering up the writing within in red ink, is just, he has fallen. He has fallen, we will rise. He has fallen, we will rise. He has fallen, we will rise. Constantly, over and over and over again.
Jens gets it, rips it in half, and throws it on the floor.
That feels like a strength test to do, but I'll allow it for the thematics. You rip apart this book, throw it onto the floor, where it hits with a squelch. Some of the red runs from the sheets, almost imitating blood.
Nothing but heresy, my lord. Nothing else in the room that we can see?
Nothing else of particular interest.
Cool. Then. To the squelchy bedroom.
Your ornate, squelchy bedroom. It is lavish. A king's ransom doesn't do it justice. Golden chandeliers hanging from the rafters. The gleam of gold is almost overbearing, but it is his sign of power. The bed looks completely made as if nobody's been in here for a long, long time. There are some gold coins strewn about next to a chest as if someone was grabbing them and trying to flee in a hurry.
Servants, maybe?
Possibly. Well, as we're entering the mouth of the beast.
It's strange. It's like this palace. It's alive. Squelchy floors, slick walls. It's odd. It looks like marble, but squishes like flesh.
Would you
Like the
say
chaos is.
like guts?
It's exactly like guts. It's like the warp-infested chaos has animated the inanimate. Emperor's light.
Does anyone else
This is
feel
wrong.
like walking through the intestines of a giant beast?
That is
Certainly
the
what it
feeling
feels
I'm
like.
getting. Maybe the mad ramblings of Maya are not so mad after all.
She said something about the palace eating, consuming. She didn't say Lord Van Staten. She said the palace.
Perhaps the people weren't being taken to be sacrificed. Perhaps the people were food for whatever this is.
That might explain why there's hardly anyone around.
With that idea, can I refine my ping search to see if I can ping the palace to see if the palace itself is alive?
Ooh. Was there a low-level but highly diffuse energy signature of life?
All around.
Yeah.
I suppose as you ping out, refining your search somewhat, you get unusual patterns. It's faint tremors of disturbance within the echo location of this Auspex scan. It's not life signs in that respect. There's just the faint ripple of movement here, there, and everywhere.
Like no rhyme or
song in there
reason to
somewhere.
it. It's like all over the place. Now that is interesting. I just did another scan and I'm getting movement. But it's all over. And erratic, without pattern. The information even looks hard to discern even through this ognetic. Whatever this place is, it doesn't read right.
I don't like that. Best be prepared for the worst.
As you step through the corridors leaving the chamber behind, you all hear the familiar voice in your heads.
And did you find what you were looking for? You're so inquisitive for insects. Did she tell you? Did she give you hope? Or just damnation? Come. We have so much to discuss. Come. You want answers? Converse with me. Ask your questions. I'm always willing to talk.
She looks the other two and shakes her head.
Yeah, shaking his head too.
Yeah, Paul's also shaking his head. He's focusing on the mantras encoded into his Auspex.
Beautiful.
Onto his into his autodogmatic cortex and is just trying to listen to that.
Nice. Nice.
Burn me once, shame on me. Burn me twice, shame on you. Burn me 3 times, that's shame on me again.
My lord, do we have time? Perhaps I could look at the commissar's injuries, or...
I think if there's any time to do it, it's now. I think we're starting to get into the belly of the beast. And Paul, don't take offense to this, but you look like shit.
I feel like shit, no offense taken.
I would like to do a poison removal from our residents, like
Go for it.
Is it worth... Well, who would have the highest dice pool? So Paul may say, is it worth you directing me in terms of what to do to remove the poison? So you offer help, etc. For Paul to try and do it himself? Or is it worth just you doing it?
well,
Game in the system.
If I do my thing 6 times 3,
Metagaming.
it'd be,
Yeah, but
yes.
this would be something that Paul would actually ask, because he's at the moment holding an equilibrium with the poison. So he would ask, using your knowledge, could you sort of direct me on what to do to remove the poison from my system while I'm holding it at bay, etc. Or should I simply hold it while you extract it yourself?
If you can channel your blood flow to move the poison out of your orifices, whichever one it may be, I
He
can
cries poison.
I can advise you on that, of which way the blood would flow and how you would be best to export it from out of your body.
I'll see what I can do. See if I can sweat it out or force it out of my pores in some way.
I do some faithy help.
Faith Nenegans. First of the sesh.
Yeah, you can't toughen this away, can you? Okay. So Paul's doing it himself, yeah?
But
With
with help?
hopefully some help from Argenta.
Okay. So obviously, with you doing it yourself, it's going to be a +2 because of poison. There is no Medicaid to hand. So that's a +1. So it'd be a DN
Okay.
10 to get rid of.
Right. It's not worth me. It's not at all worth me doing it.
No, I can give you 18. Oh yeah, no, it wouldn't
Oh
be.
no, it might
wouldn't.
be worth it if you've got a DN. I don't know.
6, 12, 18. Yeah. If he helps on Medicare, it'd be an +18 for a DN of 10. Plus
So
your
3 plus
Medicare
18
of
would
3.
be-
So it's
Yeah,
an
that'd be
average
21.
of getting 9 successes.
9 successes from a dice pool of 21.
You don't have a
No,
point
it's like
in
11 or
Medicare.
10.
Oh, so I can't use that skill.
That might only affect if you're regrouping.
But
I can't undo the plan now because that truly would be metagaming. So we've committed. We should try it.
That's an optional rule. We've never implemented that. I don't think the optional rule innate versus learned. So yeah, if you're doing that, I want to hear the ceremony, the serum from Argenta as how you blessedly support Paul in his endeavor.
She holds her ecclesiartus, puts her hand on where his heart is, and just goes, May the Emperor guide your blood flow. May it guide and purge the foul venom that courses through your body and extort it from your system. Be gone, foul poison! Be gone!
Nice. By expending a point of faith, Paul, you gain 16 bonus dice.
18.
18, 6, 12, 18. 18 bonus, so it's a
Okay,
dice
cool.
pool of 21.
Nice. What did you say the DN was again?
DN is 10. Because you're doing it yourself with no
That's
medicine.
including wounded and poisoned.
Oh, you're wounded. Yeah, keep it at 10.
Right, so I need to be there.
That's a lot of dice.
That's some dice.
Smashed
Success
it.
is 19.
Oh, holy
Right.
Fucking
You
hell.
feel the poison just flow out of you as if it's sweat out of your glands itself.
It really is. It's coming out of the pores. It's sweating out. It's coming out of my tear ducts. It's rolling out of my ears.
Nice.
It's just this like black, goopy, putrid shit, and I'm just like listening to Argenta, listening to the litany, listening to the prayers, and sort of allowing that to suffuse all the training and the Emperor given gifts of warp manipulation, and it's kind of like, and I'm kind of like forcing and visualizing the poison and like squeezing it out using the warp itself, and it kind of just like seeps out of me. It's not a pleasant experience, but it does get rid of the poison.
Does. The poison leaves your body, and with it leaving, you begin to feel your cells regenerating, bringing you back to health.
Oh, that was nasty. Argenta, you are an emperor given angel in your own right.
Thank you, my lord. And then she shakes a bunch of the black goop that was pouring out of him that got onto her hand onto the floor.
I'm gonna need a shower after this. But yeah, I've put something to glory, and I suppose I don't know what else I would do with the shifts, but there we go.
Nice. Wonderful. Okay, you better.
Hooray!
You can start healing again.
I can. And the wounds now, the ones that have been festering, the ones that have been held open by the poison now, actually finally begin to close.
Nice. Beautiful.
Right. Stay frosty. Into the belly of the beast. Ooh.
Oops.
You walk down this corridor, and about halfway down, as you're walking along this ornate, marble-laden floor with all its portraits along the sides, you begin to hear something in the distance. Sounds joyful, almost merry. Singing. And as you get closer, you begin to hear what sounds like music being played on an instrument. Hang on. Let me turn that off. There you go. Music being played on an instrument.
Through this door, or
Yeah, through
down
the
the
door.
hall?
Through the door. As you open the door, you hear the sounds of merrymaking and laughter on the table. As you hear
oh god,
Come closer, child, don't be afraid. It's just boils and poxes delightfully displayed. Your flesh may wither, your bones may ache, but in decay, new life to make. Embrace the rot, let pestilence bloom in your putrefaction. Find joy, not doom. My garden expands with every spore. Nurgle's love will rot you there to the core.
My lord, should I start shooting?
As we enter that session.
The answer is always yes.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna shape flesh and try and get some more resilience.
Yes.
But there we are. Congratulations. You did things.
Nice.
I took so many
We did
notes
loads
today.
of things.
You did loads of things. You didn't do any combat today. I can't remember last time we had like a no combat session.
That was very heavy
Wow,
RP.
yeah.
There's a lot.
We found
of
out a
RP.
lot though.
We did find out a lot of information.
Lots of fuckery.
Yep. Yeah, lots of fuckery. Lots of shit with Lord Van Staten and his either sister or wife, whoever she is, Celicia.
His daughter.
Yeah.
Daughter, what a
Celicia.
fucking pair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are. I mean, I'm assuming Van Staten, maybe even Celicia, they have been obviously corrupted. They have gone too close to the warp or read something or saw something that they shouldn't have, and they have been
And
they're
they
being
succumbed.
puppeted around.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they've succumbed.
It
So,
could have been
but-
remember the guy in Enoch? He got like that single page with that chaotic letter on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, except
sniveling.
he
What's
wasn't-
his name? Xanthar.
Yeah, except he
Xanthar.
wasn't being controlled.
Yeah.
He
just
was
wanted to- he was
more
just being-
fearful.
Yeah. He was being a coward.
yeah,
He was being
Xenos.
self-serving. He was
Yeah.
leading other people to their deaths so that he could live and not be
Yeah.
eaten by the evil elves. What are they called again?
Drakari.
Drakari.
Yeah.
Is it Drakari? Drakari?
Drakari.
Yeah, with this what this has like heaps of, I mean, overtones of literally being talked to in like headpieces and poisoned and fucked with. They try to do it to us, and simply because
Yeah.
we're the heroes, we haven't succumbed. So I'm assuming the everyday, even these noblemen, they've succumbed.
Yeah. We've got plot armor.
We got plot armor. Well, we've got auras.
Yeah.
All the auras.
So much fucking auras. Yeah, I was I was talking. Actually, hang on. Before we do that, XP.
Oh yeah.
XP. Fun.
So
much fun.
much XP today. It's insane.
Really?
So you gain 2 XP for gaining intelligence from the Officium. You gain 2 XP for gaining intelligence
60.
from the Von Statens, and you gain 2 XP for reporting the intel to the mission command. So that's 6
Hey!
XP plus 3 XP for having lots of fun, hopefully.
Wow.
9 XP. Nuts.
So
puts us up.
444.
444. Yeah.
I shouldn't have spent it. I shouldn't have spent it. God damn it! I shouldn't have spent it.
How much are you away?
444. What's 444?
That's the total XP that we have on
Oh,
my character sheets.
sorry.
How much?
Yeah.
How far are you away, Ed, from the thing you want to get? Is it the 2 XP that we didn't get because Simon didn't spend the wrath?
No, I'm on 10 XP now. I could. That's jokes.
Sounds like fuck.
Well, no, it's just I would have had
By stream.
18 XP,
By stream.
which would be enough to like